Welcome to Northeastern High School, and this is Knightline, and we are live. And Knightline is brought to you by Astral Industries in Lynn. If you need a job or if you're getting out of high school and you're interested in a career, go up Route 37 in Lynn and see the fine people at 27. Didn't I say 27? Doug's already thrown himself in here. We'll introduce this big guy here in a second. But anyways, so go up Route 27, and at the corner of 27 and 36, you'll find Astral Industries, and go talk to those fine people there. And we, as always, we appreciate their sponsorship, because without them, we couldn't bring you this right here. Tonight, we're going to do a whole lot of archery. We've got an archery. A lot of you know this. We talked a lot about this in the last couple of years, but I've been told that there's probably about, between middle school and high school, 70 to 75 kids involved in this. And if there's that many kids, we're interested, even if there weren't that many kids. There's a lot of good things going on with archery. We're going to do this in two segments. Our first segment, we got Doug Burholter. He is one of the coaches. And we have Cheyenne Booker, and she's a sophomore, and Annie Hickle. She's also a sophomore. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much.
Thank you for having us.
All right, so we're going to start with you, Doug, and because I know you like to talk, okay? So we're going to get that right out here, out in the open. What for you? You're a hunter, all right? I know you do those things. So what is the draw for kids who come into archery? You guys have a lot of kids over there in the archery program. So tell me about what the draw is for these guys.
I think one of the things is that you don't have to be an athlete. I mean, yes, archery does have athletes, but it's a different type. You don't have to go run conditioning, all that stuff. You can have handicaps. You can have missing an arm. You know, between us four coaches, we can generally teach anybody to shoot.
Yeah, and it's competitive, right?
It is very competitive.
You guys go to you do tournaments. You do. I mean, we're going to talk about the trips that you guys have gone on, and you don't just stay around here. You've gone a lot of places. Mm-hmm. But when you get there, there's a lot of people from all over the place, and it's very competitive. So tell me about the competition when you get to a competition. How intense is it?
A lot of times you can feel the air is so tight you can cut it with a knife.
Yeah.
It's a very strict environment, tight ship run. It's all whistle commands. And I mean, as soon as you hear the right whistle command, you can hear the target start popping. I mean, almost instantly. But then as soon as the whistles stop, everything stops. They've got an emergency signal in case there is, but archery is one of the safest sports there is. I think ping pong beat us a time or two, but
okay.
Hey, you'll have that.
Oh yeah.
You gotta give some.
All right, let's go on down the line here. Let's talk to Cheyenne. This is Cheyenne Booker. She's a sophomore, is that right? How long have you been in the archery program, Cheyenne?
Going on 3 years.
3 years. So what was the attraction for you? Or why did you start with the archery program?
Well, at first I kind of just needed something to do.
Okay.
And I kind of grew up around bows and guns and stuff.
Are you a hunter?
I was. We haven't really gone hunting a lot, but
okay, all right. But there's an interest there in your family, and you've got siblings or parents or somebody. You have an interest in bows and things like that. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. So being a part of a team here, first of all, do you do other sports or other activities, or what are your other interests?
I do a lot of FFA and 4-H.
Okay.
I do horse color guard.
Okay.
With her too.
Oh,
She's
all right.
Too.
So we're going to talk to your friend Annie over here in just a second, okay? She comes, Annie, is Annie the last line here, or is there more? Okay, well, Annie, I've known your brothers, and they've all come through. But anyways, so FFA, sounds like you're into either farming or horses or something like that, or all of that. Is that kind of
all of that?
All right, okay. Is there is there a connection between being in the archery program and the FFA type programs or 4-H or that type of thing?
Well, both of them feel like just another family. It's like a second family, and everybody's nice to each other. It's just a fun activity to do with a whole bunch of family.
Yeah. Well, Annie, let's talk to you. This is Annie Hickle, okay? And I want to inform our audience here that you guys have been preparing to come here for a week, or was it 5 minutes before you're supposed to be on? I can't remember which. But you're here, and we're happy. So, Annie, you're also a sophomore.
Yeah.
So how long have you been involved in the archery program?
2, maybe 3 years, not that long.
Okay, so you're kind of relatively new, right? All right, your coach is disputing you, but
Longer than that.
all right, well maybe a little longer. So I'm going to ask you the same thing I asked Cheyenne. What's the attraction for you to be in the archery program?
My brother did it,
Okay.
and he was really good, but then, like, Casey, my friend, that's also in archery, she did it, and Cheyenne, they kind of, like, pulled me into it.
You guys are all friends
Yeah.
outside of the
Yeah.
archery team, okay?
And then once I got in it, I was like, oh, this is not so bad. And then, and then it was, after the first year, it, like, kicked off, and everything was, like, good.
Well, let me ask you, it's not so bad. Is it fun? Do you
Yes.
enjoy it? Or what do you enjoy about it the most? I mean, you guys practice a couple times a week maybe, and then your terms are typically on weekends, but you might have a during the week. What's the funnest part about being, doing this? I mean, you guys work hard when you practice, right? I mean,
Yeah.
you want to hit the yellow. Is it yellow still, the bullseye there?
Yes.
Okay. You want to get that 50. I did learn that from Brian, okay,
Yes.
what the 50 meant. So, how much preparation goes into preparing for a meet?
Well, we practice, and it's really fun at practice because it's not, like, serious, and we're just all having a fun time.
Yeah.
And then when we get to a meet, it's, like, chill and not stress-worthy, and then you just do your thing.
All right. Cheyenne, let me ask you. I've been around a little bit at some of your archery things, and the thing I notice is a lot of camaraderie, amongst your teammates, but not just your teammates, maybe the other school members. Is that a thing? Is that how it goes down? Or is a lot of camaraderie with you and your teammates?
Well, I don't know what that means.
It's a lot
friendship.
of
Okay.
everybody gets
Bonding.
everybody supports one another. Okay, I mean, it looks like you're all together in it. You understand what I'm saying? I mean,
Yeah.
there's a lot of team,
There's a lot of respect.
a lot of respect for the team members and that type of thing. Is there any pressure when you get to meet? Is there pressure, Cheyenne?
Oh, yeah.
Well, Annie's over there going, yeah. So.
There's a lot of pressure, but once you do it for a while, it kind of calms down because you get used to it.
Yeah, do you remember your first meet? What was that like for you when you went to your first? Annie, what was your first meet like? when now you're competing, okay? now the big dogs are here, and here you are, first time out there. What was it like your first time out there?
I was really, really nervous, and I was, like, shaking, so it was kind of hard to shoot. But other than that, after you get doing it, it's pretty fun and good.
Yeah. So, Doug, let me ask you, is there a tenseness when you get to a meet?
It can be, especially right at first.
Now, you guys just had a pretty good-sized meet on Saturday. That was a Tri-Eastern Conference meet, all right? I think we should brag right now. Who won, girls?
Us.
You did, all right? Okay, so we are the
Right.
Tri-Eastern Conference champions in archery. Is that
There were
correct?
6
Yeah.
schools that showed up.
Okay, that's a pretty
That
good
was
number.
a pretty good showing.
That shows you the popularity of the program. I mean, you're having 6 schools in the Tri-Eastern Conference that are members of that. So what's it like? You go into the meet, you probably, I don't know if you know the other coaches or, that type of
Around
thing.
here we do.
Yeah.
You go out, spread out. I mean, we'll see coaches at state and nationals. Sometimes that's all we get to see them at.
Yeah,
And hang out a little bit. But
Yeah.
At first it is kind of tense, each flight,
yeah.
because you don't know
And a flight is for our listening audience. A flight is
the number of shooters you have on the line shooting at that time. You do a practice round at 10. Then you shoot 3 scoring rounds at 10. Then you move back at 15 meters, do a practice round at 15, and do 3 more. And that consists of a flight with 300 points possible total, scoring 10
per archer.
per
right?
archer.
Okay.
The flight. You take the top 12 scores, and that's what combined is your team score. And
All
then
right.
they'll usually have your top individual male and female.
Are there some teams that can't field a full squad?
Yes, there is sometimes, but they still let them shoot because they do have the individual side.
Okay, all right. I mean, really, girls, I'll talk to you, Annie. I'll ask you this. It's kind of like later in the show we're going to talk about wrestling. Kind of similar. It's an individual sport, but a team sport at the same time. Do you really? Is there a sense when you get to a meet that you want to perform for your teammates? Talk about the tenseness of that, or I mean, I'm assuming it is. I don't know. Maybe you guys just cool as a cucumber, and what are we doing after this? You know,
Maybe we should have him come shoot against you guys one
no,
time
I
at
don't.
practice.
No, we
See
don't.
the tenseness.
We don't want to do that.
Why?
Not
We got a
me.
big net, big targets.
It is a controlled, by the way. You guys have put a lot of controls because you're dealing with arrows, and there's sharp, pointy things at the end of those arrows. Is that correct?
Yes.
So,
Field tips.
Yeah, you really got to be careful when you do that. All right, so you guys last year had an opportunity to go to Daytona. All right, talk about how fun that was, because that sounds like a blast.
That was different, wasn't it?
So talk, Cheyenne, you first. Talk about that experience you guys, and you were only freshmen back then. And it's like, geez, I could do this every year probably, huh? So
Yeah.
talk about that, and what the experience was like.
Well, me and my family, we just decided to take a family trip. We
Sure.
didn't really travel with the group.
Okay.
So that was a fun family vacation, but it was also time with your second family.
Right. Okay.
It was just a whole bunch of swimming together and going out to dinner, and then when you shoot, there's a whole bunch of celebrations when we're done. And
I can tell you this: the basketball team doesn't go to Florida. Okay, I mean that's a tremendous trip right there. Well, Annie, what was it like for you? I mean, that was it a great experience? Or?
I do. I would recommend it, but with the team, because I traveled with the team,
Yeah.
and then my family traveled differently.
Okay.
But with the team, we did a lot of things together, and it was really fun. But the water, very salty. Don't
Is
get
that
it
the
in your
first time you've
eyes.
been at the beach?
Yes, that
Oh,
is
it
the first
okay.
time I've been to
Oh,
Florida, and it was
okay.
really fun.
All right. So it was a good experience for you.
Yes.
All right. Well, we probably ought to thank your sponsors. We don't know
Yes.
who they were, but they, you couldn't have done it without them. And whoever you were who gave to the archery program, we appreciate it, and I'm sure they appreciate it.
So many
also.
people made it possible so they could get to where they wanted to be and
yeah,
made their dreams come true.
we
All
couldn't do
right.
it without them.
All right, Cheyenne. In 10 to 15 seconds, look at any camera you want and tell people why do they want to be on the archery program. You guys giggle a lot, right?
Yeah.
What's the one big thing that you get from that?
It's playful, but serious. Like, practice is, the coaches make it fun. They don't make it super serious, but they definitely help you out a lot because, like, even I struggle sometimes now, even though I've done it for a while, and I ask Brian or Doug for help,
Yeah.
and they help me and they fix it, and it's it's fun.
It's just a great experience overall,
Yeah,
right?
it's just great.
All right, Annie, give me your 15-second answer. Why would somebody want to be on the archery program?
I think that it's a fun, stress-free, and calm environment, and you get to have fun with your friends, and like Cheyenne said, the second family, and you get to go cool places like Daytona Beach,
Yeah.
and it's rewarding when you get a good score and you start seeing the progress that you've made, win at the end.
All right. You know what? I'm going to tell you, hey, we have a studio audience, and I'm going to ask my studio audience, give it up for these guys right here. They were nervous. You guys did a great job, and you really did. You can go back and watch this after the show, okay? You can watch the replay on Facebook and YouTube if you want to do that. But I'm going to tell you, you guys did great. Doug, appreciate you getting this together and you coming on. So we're going to take a quick break here. We'll be back with head coach Brian Richmond and a couple seniors for the archery program. You are watching Knightline, and we are live.
At Kate's Family Eye Care, we value a family-friendly atmosphere, offering high-quality eye exams. Our expert staff utilizes the latest techniques in eye care. We have a large selection of affordable glasses that are unique to our area. We are proud supporters of the Northeastern Knights and wish all the teams the best of luck.
We would love to invite you to Life Spring Students, our youth group at Life Spring Church that is just south of Northeastern on 27. We meet from 7 to 8:30 on most Thursdays, but the doors open at 6:30. You can grab some pizza or a snack from our cafe and then hang out with your friends until 7 p.m. We have basketball, dodgeball, gaga ball, and other activities for you to enjoy. At 7, our student band leads us in some worship through music, and we have a lesson from God's Word, the Bible. We then split into small groups based on grade and gender to apply what we have learned and pray with one another. After small group, students are invited to hang out until 9 p.m. when we close. Life Spring Students is a great way to get to know God and meet some new friends. It is open for any student in grades 6 through 12, and we would love to invite you. Find out more at lifespring.tv/students.
KOA Exit 151A. Registration in the general store. It's a family-owned campground with pull-through parking for RVs or travel trailers with full hookups. Rent a cabin. Relax at one of the fire pits or picnic by the pond. A playground for the kids, or get in around the golf before dinner. Take a water-soaking hayride. Lay out by the pool, and then take a dip.
Well, welcome back to Knightline Live, brought to you by Astral Industries in Lynn. Again, we want to thank them for their sponsorship of this program, as well as all of our sponsors. With me right now is Coach Brian Richmond and two seniors, Ariana Johnson and Bailey Burholter. Welcome. Appreciate you all coming. All right, Brian, we had a tournament, or you guys, not we. I mean, because it's your show. You had a tournament, Tri-Eastern Conference tournament on Saturday, and you had a couple of results that you wanted to share with us, and we'd love to hear it.
Yeah, we won the conference tourney, high school and middle school. In the top 10 high school, they do the top 10 awards.
Okay.
8 of those were from Northeastern.
Okay.
And so we had Noah Willett, shot a 285 out of 300. He was the number one shot for the weekend. Dakota Booker was right after. And then Annie, that was on here earlier, was the top.
Annie Hinkle.
Annie was the top female shooter.
Okay.
For the females. Then Ariana was right behind her with a 274. Is that your personal best? Yep.
Wow, that's awesome.
So,
All right, so let's go. Nice segue right into Ariana. All right, Ariana, I want a little background here. How did you become interested in the archery team, and how long you been doing it?
So I've always grew up around hunting, fishing.
That's
all
that's a
that.
kind of a common theme I hear sometimes with the people in the archery program. I know, Brian, you're a big hunter. I see your Facebook posts, and so you got a tremendous wife. She lets you go do all those
She's
things.
wonderful.
Okay, we got to add that.
That is correct. Thank you for doing that.
Ariana, so how long you been doing it, and what got you into it?
This is my 3rd year,
Okay.
and
So you actually started in high school then?
Yep.
Okay, all right. And go ahead. You grew up around hunting and that. Do you still hunt? Is that
Yes.
what? All right. So do you bow hunt, or you hunt with a gun, or both?
I do both.
Okay. All right. Which do you like better, by the way? I'm not a hunter, okay? So I have to, let you guys know that. Is it bow hunting more fun, or hunting with a gun, or it doesn't make any difference? All right.
For me, I would say hunting with the bow.
Okay.
Is more my preference.
Okay. All right. So, how did you happen to get involved with the archery team when you came in? What brought you in, basically?
So I always wanted to find something that fit me. So, in high school, I kind of wanted to join some clubs. Well, then I had heard about archery, so I was like, Dad, I think that would definitely be me.
Yeah.
So I had gone with a few friends that started in middle school that I had met here, and they kind of brought me to it. And then after our first couple of meets, I was like, it definitely fit me, and I've always wanted to do it.
And you've liked it.
Yep.
And I just heard you were the number, or you just did your personal best, right?
Yep.
Well, that's awesome. 274 out of 300,
Correct.
right? So I'm assuming that's a good score, all right?
We'll take it.
Yeah. All right, Bailey. This is Doug's daughter, right? So same story. I know you grew up around hunting, because I know I know your father likes to do that. So what? How long you been in the archery?
This will be my 7th year.
7th year. So you've been. Did your dad drag you into it, or you went?
I went first, and then he started coaching my 2nd year.
Okay. That's a good story right there. Okay, so you brought your dad into it. All right, that's an awesome story. So how did you? So you've been doing it a long time. I mean, 5th or 6th grade, is that right? 6th grade. What was the interest in the 6th grade of the archery program?
My parents just told me about it, and I wanted to get involved. And I'd grown up hunting and around bows, and have shot bows since I was little, so it was something that really piqued my interest.
All right, and you've been doing it ever since.
Yep.
All right, what do you like best about archery? Is it the practices, the meets, the everything, or?
I love both, but I really love at meets. You get to meet new people.
Yeah, because there's a lot of, especially on the bigger meets,
Mhm.
a lot of people there, right?
Yeah.
I mean, even at the meet you were at this weekend, there was probably quite a few people.
Mm-hmm.
Do you get to know some of the other archery members? Like, you're not far from here. You can go up to Randolph Southern. They have a team. Do you get to know some of those other kids? Or?
Yeah, so at some of the meets, I'll shoot with people that I would have shot with in middle school, and I think it's really cool to see those people again and see how much we've both improved throughout the years.
So, Ariane, I'm going to ask you. I think I asked one of the other girls, Cheyenne or Annie. There's a lot of camaraderie when not that I've been around a lot, but when I have been around, with all the members of the archery team, you guys seem to really get along. You're encouraging to one another. Is that the atmosphere? Is that how it really goes down? Or talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, I think with archery, everybody's in it for their own personal reason.
Right.
But I think that it brings what you like and what others like together, and then you like to do something as the same as others. So it helps you get closer You practice together.
Yeah.
It's like your family, when you.
You both seniors this year, okay? And I want to ask both of you this. We do a lot of senior athletes, basketball, football, right on down the line. Is it important, Bailey, for you to, leave behind a legacy as a senior? Like, what I mean by that, when someone comes into the archery team, do you as seniors try to set the tone, like, this is how we do it here? And we expect certain things, and this is how we kind of roll. Is that a thing, Bailey? Did you understand my question?
Kind of not.
Oh, okay. Well, hey, you can say.
I'll answer for.
All right, go ahead,
Okay.
Brian.
I think this group of seniors, I have 12,
Yeah, you got a lot of
has
them.
set the bar high for they not only have gotten us to where we are over the years, but they're setting the bar high of where we want to go.
Okay.
And so every one of them has been a very important part of the process for this program to be as successful as it was. It's not just one of them, it's a lot of them together. A lot of my high schoolers, they come in early, they help me, set up. They'll go and mentor junior hires even if they're around. And so they're really good about being good leaders.
Yeah.
And I think it's important to create an environment where everybody's welcomed and it's safe, and they do a good job of that.
Well, and I'm going to tell you, in the few times that I've been there, that's exactly what I see. Now, you guys, Brian, I call it a tight ship. Okay, you run a tight ship because things have to go in a certain
Right.
progression and that type of thing. But really, I'm looking around and I'm seeing, everybody. It's like you guys and like the other girls before. It's like a family. Okay, and that type
And
of
family
thing.
cannot get along sometimes, but you deal with it. You just go on.
All right, so there was a big trip last year to Daytona Beach. Did you guys get to go to that?
Yes.
All right, Bailey, you tell me about that because I'll tell you what, there's a lot of athletic teams at Northeastern that don't get to do that, and that's pretty special. So talk about the trip and what was great about it.
It was really awesome. It was a once-in-a-lifetime experience for
Right.
us, literally, because we can only go so often.
Yeah.
And, getting to shoot with that many people in a completely new place and not knowing anyone but your team members, it made me so nervous, but it was also so exciting to know that, I was in the first group of people our team got to go with. So it was really cool.
So, Ariana, same to you. Was the competition stepped up down there, or did you have higher competition, or was it similar to like a state meet or, like a Louisville where you guys go? So talk about your experience in that trip.
I definitely think it was a bigger competition. There was a
Mhm.
lot more people there. It wasn't just people that were around you; they were all from over the world.
Right.
There's many different people down there because there was also a girl that shot. She was handicapped and she shot.
Okay.
It was interesting.
And, even if you can't run, you can still be
Yep.
an archer. Is that right, Brian? You guys, Brian, I heard the number between middle school and high school, about 75 kids.
72.
72 kids.
It
what,
was a lot.
that's a lot, all
That's
right?
a lot.
What do you
Yeah.
attribute to the success to?
I think it's a number of things, and you guys can, may agree with me or not, but it's one is you got to have a good administration that lets you actually do it.
Yeah.
The administration's been very, very pro archery, and this is my ninth season coaching.
Right. And you're
So-
not an official school sport.
We're a club.
Club, okay.
And so I think, creating a good atmosphere where people want to be. And then the last few years we've been winning. And so, when we first made it to state and then nationals. And so what happens is the school system celebrates that. And they do the walks up and down the halls.
Okay.
And then the elementary school. And then, when these guys are walking down the elementary school and these kids are looking up at these high schoolers, they want to be like them.
Yeah.
And so I think it's given a lot of positive information. And then the Western Wayne News covers us quite a bit.
Right.
And so, we tend to, it's just right now, it's going very well.
All right. Well, anything we can do to help, we're more than happy to. Look, you've had a lot of success, girls. Thank you for coming on. I really appreciate it. You did great, by the way. Okay, Brian, thanks for coming on. All right, 15 seconds, Bailey. Why you got somebody's watching this, and tell them why they should be part of the archery team.
Well, I think you should be part of the archery team because you really get a sense of belonging, and you get to make so many friends and meet so many new people every day.
Ariana, take your shot at that. Why would you tell somebody to be part of the archery team?
I think you should be a part of the archery team because it brings you to new things in life and experiences, and you get to meet many new people and different people that are around you.
It's a great experience, isn't it?
Yep.
Well, ladies, Brian, thanks for coming on. I appreciate it. Hopefully we'll have you back again. I mean, your season is long. I mean,
It is long.
It goes a long time. And if somebody wants to donate, because you can always use money, is that correct?
Always. We
Well,
won't turn it down.
You got Brian, you got Doug. Call Ryan Halloran. Get a hold of somebody. Call me, and I'll send you in the right direction. Okay. All right. This has been Coach Brian Richmond and seniors Ariana Johnson and Bailey Berhalter. We've been talking archery. So we'll be back. We'll talk wrestling and girls and boys basketball. This is Knightline, and we are live.
Being aligned with the Better Homes and Gardens brand brings with it a unique approach to identifying, marketing, and servicing distinctive homes. We know that your experience while buying and selling your home is as important as the homes being bought and sold. That's why our affiliated agents are passionate about personalizing every part of your real estate experience to ensure that every moment is distinctive.
Do you have a big event coming up soon? Dejo Photos has you covered. Check us out on Facebook. We are professional photographers who strive to capture all of your special moments, such as family portraits, senior photos, live action sports, graduations, and so much more. If you don't think photos are important, wait until they are all you have left. Contact us via email at info@dejophotos.com or call us at 765-277-0047. Dejo Photos, capturing memories one photo at a time.
From our trucks to their lunch trays, to your local hospital, to your favorite pub, and to your kitchen table. For more than 60 years, Dot Foods and Dot Transportation have been stocking the shelves of your hometown. Sure, we've grown a lot, but at our core, we're still small-town, family-run businesses that care about our communities and the people who keep us running. Join the Dot family today and be part of something bigger.
You're good at basement basketball.
We're good at your insurance.
Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, online, over the phone, or in person, and stop knocking on wood.
In this market, finding a home you love and actually closing the deal is a cause for celebration. And it all starts with a competitive edge from First Financial Bank. We'll get you pre-qualified fast so you can get your offer in first. We even offer programs with low down payment options and reduced closing costs. Plus, our friendly local team is always here to help. A bank that's ready to help you find a home and a reason to celebrate, however you choose to. That's First.
First! Welcome back to Knightline, and we are live. My partner, Jerry Milton, was supposed to be here by now, but he'll be back soon. He's doing administrative duties. He is the assistant athletic director here at the high school and junior high school, so he's doing that kind of stuff. So hopefully he'll be back for the last part of the show where we'll break down basketball. But we're in the we're in wrestling season now. We live stream our first wrestling meet last Wednesday night. The Knights had a three-way meet with Wapahani and Lincoln coming to town, and they won both matches that they had against both of those teams. If you get a chance, you can go back and watch the replay of that meet. Go to ihsaatv.org and search Northeastern, and then you can scroll over or up and down and to get that meet, so you can watch the whole thing if you so desire. I'd like to thank Dwayne White. He was our analyst, and he does a great job. We appreciate him and all that he does for us. And looking in the future, we love our wrestling program around here, and I think we're pretty good. It looks like we've got some excellent wrestlers on the team this year. But our plan is, as we've done the last 2 years, is to do the sectionals and the regional the entire meet. So you can look forward to that. That's usually in January, starting in January. So we'll look forward to doing that. Put together a little montage, a little video to give you a little flavor if you weren't able to go out there. If you get a chance, go to a wrestling meet. They have one coming up on this Wednesday night. That would be the 18th, at 6:30 in the small gym. So if you get a chance, come to a wrestling meet. It's fun to watch. There's a lot of excitement that goes on. So come on down and support these ladies and these gentlemen. So first, let's take a look at this video here, and you get a flavor for what it's like on a wrestling mat. So Josh, let's go to that.
Get a pin, then that's 6 points for your team and not 5 as it would be for a tech.
Wow.
So he's scoring up right now, and he's really wants to get that pin to get his team points.
Yeah, he's rolling him now.
Yeah. Wrist at a wing, walked over the head, just textbook.
I'll tell you what, you get somebody like that, and you get some leverage on him, you're gonna pin him. That takes a lot of strength. Well, the one thing's for sure,
he's scoop. Now, if he digs in and gets chest to chest, he's got 20 seconds to make it happen.
He's wearing the Malachite kid. Yep, there it is. That takes a lot of energy. Has to take a lot of energy. I remember my brother used to put me on the ground and roll me and get me in that, and I'd be like, man, out of that.
Yeah, go hip to hip. So she got 4-point back.
Now, is that like a near pin is what that 4 is for?
Pretty much. That's a butcher there, right to his back. And like it used to always be, you got in high school wrestling, it'd be a 3-point back, but the exposure time gave her another point, so it was a 4-point back.
So, how much do you think that you got to use and just a lot of strategy involved in them? And that's going to earn him some points. Yep.
3 takedown.
I'll tell you what, man, that 3 points just changes a lot of stuff.
Difference. Yeah, it's going to be really interesting once we get to state.
Yeah, there's a pin by Chamness.
Yeah, Chamness was actually down 4-5 before he got those back points. And like I said, he has no quit in him. He's going to fight it out the entire. So Kenny's going for either straight for the pin or at least don't let him score. Yeah. So he has to be careful with this arm. He's got to keep it about in the mid-back, low back.
There he is. Here comes that leg strength in now.
Yeah, he needs to scoot back chest to chest and then walk that arm.
Wapahani wrestler's trying his best to keep that left hip planted to the mat. And there's a pin by Kenny. And I'll tell you what, the Wapahani wrestler took an absolute, he's going to be sore tomorrow at school.
Yeah. I'd cut him and work my takedowns since it's been so long. I'd be over there saying, cut him. And then he'd be mad at me.
Yeah. Well,
45 seconds left, 10-0.
There's a nice. I like that. He rolled right into that.
Yeah,
that was a very, very good move right there by Logan, and you could just see that develop. You got that guy's shoulder up in the air, and he just pushed it.
I think it was just a warning. They calmed down a little bit.
Yeah.
Nice double leg.
Another 3. Makes it 9-2.
And
that looks like he's in
Todd told him to go
great
ahead
position here to get the pin, and he does.
Berger looked great tonight.
Yeah.
Good takedown to the pin, and
I wanted to talk to him a little bit about those 2-hand shoves.
Welcome back to Knightline, brought to you by Astral Industries in Lynn. Just go up 27, and they are located right at the corner of 36th and 27 there in Lynn. If you're a high school senior and you're wondering about any type of career in a manufacturing facility, go up there and talk to the fine people up at Astral Industries. We appreciate their support. Again, I'll reiterate, without the support of businesses and people like Astral, as well as our other sponsors, we couldn't do some of the things that we're able to do with Knightline and all of our broadcasts. The wrestling team, they were in the Tom Hill, I believe it's the Tom Hill Invitational in Richmond this weekend. They finished 3-2 on the day, so there was a lot of wrestling that went on that day, and that's the way wrestling is. A lot of Saturday meets, and they'll wrestle as much as they can. So you can see they try to get in as much on these Saturday meets. They usually start pretty early, and they go a lot of the day. And in part of that meet, I saw where Warren Central was part of that meet, as well as other teams. But Warren Central out of Indianapolis, they're a big name in wrestling, so they were part of that meet over at Richmond High School. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, we're going to break down girls and boys basketball. You're watching Knightline, and we are live.
Harmon sheds are custom built to your specifications and needs. But wait, there's more! Harmon sheds build privacy fences, decks for your pool, beautifully designed decks for all around your home, and detached pavilions. Let Joe and the crew do all the work, so all you need to do is relax.
We're dedicated to great results just for you. Johnson Chiropractic.
So I recommend Dr. Johnson all the time over the years. Many people have come to Dr. Johnson for my recommendations. And if people live 50 miles away and they tell us they have this problem and they're going to have an operation, we say, no, go see our chiropractor, Dr. Johnson.
We're dedicated to great results just for you. Johnson Chiropractic.
This is Rick Fletcher. When my car needs repair, I take it to 715 Simharjan Parkway in Richmond, home of Knuckle Busters. With their ASE certified technicians, why would you go anyplace else? They repair domestic and imports, air conditioners to Z-bars. Knuckle Busters Auto Repair. Call 765-488-1470 and tell them to go Knights!
Are you being bugged about your floral needs? The Leaning Lily, 927 South 9th, is a full-service florist with lots of great gift ideas like wind chimes, potted plants, hanging baskets, teddy bears, and much, much more. Convenient delivery available to residential, the hospital, and local funeral homes. The Leaning Lily has bouquets to say, I love you, to weddings to say, I do. The Leaning Lily, we have you covered. Martin's Country Mart, US 27 Fountain City. Swing in and grab a coffee or a frazzle, maybe a fountain drink at Martin's Country Mart. We also have all your favorite snacks, bottled drinks, and of course, sweet bakery items. plenty of accessories for dinner. And don't forget the grill menu, covering breakfast, lunch, dinner, and of course, the kids' favorite, pizza. Martin's Country Mart, Fountain City.
Your school helps shape the person you become, opening your mind to new ideas and belonging to a community. Whether it's earning an advanced degree, joining the FFA, pushing your health and wellness, playing in the band, or playing on the field. It's a safe place where everyone knows your name, and a kid can be a kid. The halls of today filled with the leaders of tomorrow. Northeastern.
You've had a hard day at work, and all you want to do is sit in your lounge chair in the nice cool air? Then it hits! The AC's not working. The living room feels like the Sahara Desert. Call Reynolds Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. In just a short time, it'll be nice and cool. And then all you'll need is a sign that says, "No penguins allowed." Call 765-966-0994. Reynolds Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Proud sponsors of the Knights. Did someone say boom, baby? Call Scoretti Pyrotechnics at 765-977-2757. Scoretti Pyrotechnics has performances for birthdays, weddings, school athletic events, other occasions, and of course, the 4th of July. Scoretti Pyrotechnics are proud supporters of Knights Athletics. Boom, baby! Smith, McQuiston, and Webster Funeral Home has proudly served the Fountain City area since 1886. From the time you walk up the steps, Funeral Director Keith Webster's goal is to carry forward the legacy of personal service established by the Smith and McQuiston families. Using modern technology and good old-fashioned attention to detail, we will strive to earn your confidence in us by treating families the way we think we would want to be treated. Smith, McQuiston, Webster Funeral Home. Rick, thank goodness somebody called timeout because I am hungry.
I'm starved, Jerry. Hey, with 3 different Richmond locations and 1 in Hagerstown, there's a Subway sandwich shop near you.
And you can always order off the app and curbside pickup. The drive-thru's always open, and the way that I prefer it, I just like to walk in.
Here's your sub.
Listen, Subway, eat fresh.
Go Knights!
Well, welcome back to Knightline Live, and we're caught a little off guard. My executive producer is Josh Singleton tonight, and Jerry Middleton has made his way into the building, and in just a second he's going to come onto the set. He's been off doing what? Athletic director duties, right, Jerry?
Middle school basketball.
Middle school basketball. We love our middle school basketball.
And to say it wasn't wild and woolly would be an understatement, Rick.
All right. Well, unfortunately, you missed the archery team. We had a great conversation with some of the couple of the coaches and some of the archers on the archery team, so it was really good. But we're going to talk girls basketball right now.
All right. Well, that's where we're hot and heavy into.
Well, yeah, we're right in the middle of girls basketball season. 11-0, Jerry. I mean, really, what can you say? There's no perfection, right? And there never is perfection, but they played well.
I have said from the beginning of the year that no one's going to match up with our 3 guards, our 3 bigs, and then our couple forward/guard swing players.
Yeah.
not going to match up with them.
Yeah, especially around here. Now,
Yeah.
we'll see when we go outside of the area.
Now, the tournament coming.
Yeah, it'd be a
Now,
good.
there'll be a couple of teams there that might match.
Right. I think that the girls, just to inform everybody, next Friday and Saturday after Christmas,
Yes.
they'll host the Wings and Ring Classic, and it's a good tournament, Jerry.
Good teams.
Yeah, some good
teams.
You got Brownstown Central coming to town, Cathedral's coming to town. Who else?
Lawrence, Lafayette Central Cats.
Yeah, yeah.
Kokomo, Fort Wayne.
Yeah.
I mean, there's some tri-highs
Try
coming.
high. I mean, it's a team that's always
Yeah.
competitive.
There's some real deals coming to town. So this would be a good tournament for the Knights to see how they match up outside the Wayne County area.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. We're going to live stream those games like we did last year. If you get a chance, come on out and see. Even if Northeastern's not playing, come out and see some pretty good teams here. Teams we don't normally. Of course, we run into Tri every year, but other teams that we won't normally see. And that's the good thing about a tournament is you get to see teams that you normally don't see.
Ticket
Jared.
prices for Saturday, or not Saturday, but for Friday is $12.
Yeah.
Good all day.
Yeah, that's 8 games. I mean, you can. We start at 9, and the last game supposedly goes off at 8. I think.
Yeah.
At that night.
If you're a basketball junkie, this is where you get your fix.
Yeah, come on in, and it'll be a good tournament, and you're going to see some good basketball.
Oh, you'll see some not good basketball, but some pretty good players.
Yeah, good players and good competition. Last week we didn't have an opportunity. I like to run our players of the game, and against Centerville the previous week with Amaya Davis and Brooklyn Adams. So I would like to do that right now. So Josh, let's go to that video right now. Tonight is Brooklyn Adams and Amaya Davis. All right, Brooklyn, I want to talk to you first. Your team right now is just rolling, got it going on. So talk about that a little bit. And, it feels like everybody's together on the same page. So talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, we just really get along this year.
Put that mic right up close. There we go.
We just really get along this year, and we bond very well. And practice is really helping us portray our playing time.
All right.
for sure.
Now you're strictly varsity this year. You come in off the bench, and boy, Jerry and I talk a lot. When you get in there, you work like crazy. I mean, you're just in there doing whatever you got to do. Put up a 3 every once in a while. Get the rebounds. What is your role? What do you define your role as? As you do come off the bench.
Just help the team get some rebounds.
Yeah.
Just help whatever I can. The small things to get our team up on track.
Well, you're doing them all, and you're doing them well, so you're doing a great job. Everybody needs a Brooklyn Adams to come off the bench and you also give them a spark, too, so that's great. All right, that's Brooklyn Adams. You guys can switch spots. And we're going to talk to Amaya Davis. She's a sophomore. Come on in. We got to get cozy. There we go, right there. And so I'm assuming we're all in, right, guys? Okay. So, Amaya, you're a sophomore. You play JV, but you get your chances here in the varsity games. So when you get in, what is your thought process? What are you trying to achieve when you get in there?
I'm mainly just trying
You got to put that mic real. There you go. Go ahead.
I'm really just trying to do my best to take care of the ball, 1, and look to score, 2.
Yeah. Well, you got some buckets tonight, I noticed here. You tried a 3, I think, but didn't go down. But every once in a while you can put one up. So you're the future, okay? I mean, I will say that. Next year you'll definitely be on varsity. I don't think there's any doubt about that. So what do you try to do? Use these moments to prep you for that time? Or let me put another scenario to you. You never know when they're going to need you, okay? So talk about that and how you keep yourself prepared.
I really just try to stay focused during the game and just cheer for everyone. And I just try to make the most of the minutes I have and get the best experience I can.
Well, there you go. Perfectly done. You did a great job. Sounds like you've done this before. All right, both you guys. Hey, this is Brooklyn Adams and Amaya Davis. Welcome back to Knightline Live, brought to you by Astro Industries. And Jerry, 11-0 for the girls team.
Yeah.
They went down and beat a Lawrenceburg team, a 3A school. They got a nice facility down there.
Yeah, it's a very nice facility, and they're a pretty good team too.
Yeah, they are. And so this week they'll go to Hagerstown tomorrow night.
Yep.
And on Saturday night they'll be back in town, and Newcastle comes to town. And they're looking to go 13-0 before the tournament. That'd be a great stretch for the Lady Knights.
That would be a big deal to have a donut under the L.
Yeah. So if you get a chance, Hagerstown's not that far away. Go down and see the girls. And on Saturday night, be here in the gym. Of course, we'll be live streaming that game.
Who's going to be your partner Saturday night?
You, I think.
No.
You're not going to be here.
That's why I won't be there.
Oh, well, I don't know. I'm going to have to find somebody.
I think Sam White's available.
I'm going to find somebody, all right? So, thanks for telling me. I didn't know that, Jared.
I told you last week.
Did you? I thought I was thinking it was something else. All right. So, let's go and move on. We got boys basketball. They're 4-0 after a hard-fought game. You play Eastern Hancock.
Yeah.
You know it's going to be hard-fought. I'm thinking, we're a better team than Eastern Hancock. The end, you win by 16, and you kind of took control of that game. Probably not our best game. If you were to ask the coach, I would bet they would say not our best game.
Common theme happening here. First half is sort of a fill out.
Yeah.
Second half adjustments, and then extend the lead.
It's going to happen two games in a row.
2 games in a row. And really, you could put that in a little bit with Seton.
Yeah, kind of the same.
But it happened earlier.
Yeah.
But
Centerville was kind of the same.
Centerville that way too. First quarter.
Yeah.
First quarter was a dogfight.
Yeah, we kind of
pun intended.
Well, we kind of took control in the second quarter and kind of extended the lead in the second half. But really, it's a good start. You're
absolutely
4-0. They've got a game coming up this weekend, Jerry, with Shenandoah. We've had some battles with them over the years. Looks like Shenandoah's 4-0 too. I saw their schedule.
Oh, really?
They're 4-0, and so maybe they're making some noise this year. A sectional opponent. Okay, so that makes it. They're not a conference opponent, but they are a sectional opponent. So it's important. It's
always a tough place to play.
Yeah, you head down to Shenandoah. What's on the way, Jerry?
Oh, my favorite pizza place, 1000 Degree Pizza.
1000 Degree Pizza. You got to make the stop down at 1000 Degree on your way to Shenandoah. If you can get down there, that's Friday night. Now, I know IU Notre Dame comes on at 8 o'clock that night. A lot of people are interested in that game.
And that could really hurt attendance at high school basketball on Friday night.
But, get there. Normally you're done by 9. You can watch it on your phone on the way home while whoever's driving, and then you can pick up the rest of that game. But the boys team, fun to watch.
Yes, they are.
Really, we've got a number of. We talk about guard play, kind of a similar situation there.
Absolutely, the boys and girls team are almost like a mirror to each other.
Yeah.
That's with the guard play we have, the bigs. And a couple swing forward. It's very identical.
Yeah, and Sam White's having a year
that
he is. You kind of were hoping and expecting him to have, so hopefully he can continue that. He's been kind of a dominant player so far in the games that we played. So, hopefully, there's going to be some games where he'll meet a match. Okay, there'll be a matchup that'll challenge him. But so far, really, Jerry, Sam's had a great year, and you never know. Every night it could be somebody different, who's going to either pick up the scoring or make the plays. Noah Payne was our Subway player of the game on Friday night. So let's go to that video, Josh, and see what Noah had to say. Well, welcome back to Northeastern High School. The Knights with a 51-35 victory over the Royals of Eastern Hancock. This is a Subway player of the game, Subway Sandwich Shop, with 3 locations in Richmond and 1 in Hagerstown. There's a Subway Sandwich Shop near you. Subway, eat fresh, and our Subway player of the game is senior Noah Payne. Noah, how are you doing?
I'm doing good.
Like I said earlier, it's good to be 5-0, isn't it?
Yeah, it feels great.
It's not perfect, okay, but maybe we'll get there. This game was kind of tight for a lot of it there in the third quarter. You came up with a couple steals, and all of a sudden we're extending it to a double-digit lead. So talk about that sequence where you had your hands on balls all over the place.
Yeah, well, I knew I wasn't doing my job offensively tonight, so I figured I had to step up on something. So I figured I'd step up on the defense side of the end, and just happy I helped my team to win.
Well, it was a defensive struggle tonight, really, on both sides of the ball. We didn't really have a lot of scoring. 51 points. We've seen better, but you come away with a win against an opponent that we've struggled with in the past. I know you weren't here, but we suffered the pain and all those things. So, hey, a good win for you guys, 5-0. Now you got a game next week against Shenandoah. I know you don't know these guys because you haven't been around, but any thoughts as we go into next week?
I'm excited to get better, and hopefully this week of practice we play hard and we come at them hard. And
yeah, and that'll be the last game before Christmas. So let me wish you a Merry Christmas here.
Thank you.
All right, that's been Noah Payne. He is our Subway Player of the Game, and that's going to do it tonight from the gym here at Northeastern. And welcome back to Knightline, brought to you by Astral Industries at the corner of 36 and 27 in Lynn. Go on up there and give them a visit, and we thank them for their sponsorship. Jerry, the end result, you're 4-0. I mean, that's what you try to be. And I think with the boys team, and if you talk to the players and the coaches, there's more to grow there. And so that could be exciting. We'll see. But big game at Shenandoah. Then they go to Edinburgh for their Christmas tournament. They'll have a 2-day tournament, I believe. So hopefully they can make some noise. But I look at Shenandoah game, always a big game when you play Shenandoah, no matter what sport.
Absolutely it is. It's always something. And the winter sports are being pretty doggone good here. Yeah. Because if you take them all, it's 20-2.
Wow.
And you can't beat that.
Yeah, you must be.
Wrestling's 5-2.
Yeah. We talked about wrestling just before you came in. So, all right. Well, I think that's going to do it, Jerry. Here, why don't you take us out? We'll let you do it. We'll see you in 2 weeks.
Yeah,
no, 3 weeks.
First Monday in January.
Yeah, whatever that is, whatever the date. I get. Merry Christmas to everybody and Happy New Year.
Merry Christmas, Happy New Year on behalf of the Nice Broadcasting Network. And we appreciate everything, and please be safe. And for Rick Fletcher, I'm Jerry Middleton.